Brooklyn, Vancouver.
If she will take a sodium pentothal test, and I'll take one right beside her.
Will Truth Serum get to the bottom of Bert and Lonnie's divorce war?
Mel Gibson finds Hollywood to be a winner hands down.
I was once offered the opportunity to have my feet put in cement years ago, but the crowd wasn't nearly so friendly.
When it comes to seeing stars, Entertainment Tonight is in the pink for Tuesday, August 24th, 1993. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Entertainment Tonight. I'm John Tesh. Mary Hart has the week off, and Miss America Leanza Cornett is with us all week. Great to have you back again.
Nice to be here again. Thank you.
Since Hollywood's latest marriage, Made in Heaven, has gone on the rocks, Burt Reynolds talked to the National Enquirer, Lonnie Anderson talked to TV Guide, and now Burt is talking on television.
If she will take a sodium pentothal test, and I'll take one right beside her, and we'll ask her how many affairs she's had since we got married, and ask me how many I've had, and ask the dates of hers, and ask the dates of mine. And when that interview is over, well, first of all, she will not accept that. She will not accept that challenge. But if she does, she could win everything.
Burt Reynolds fires back at Lonnie Anderson on tonight's primetime edition of Good Morning America. And in the exclusive interview with Hollywood correspondent Chantal, Burt also accuses Lonnie of not being a good mom to their 4-year-old son, Quentin.
It's not a good idea to, in front of other people, say, don't sit on mommy's lap because you'll wrinkle her dress. And don't kiss mommy because you'll mess up her lipstick.
The interview is the latest in the bizarre media war that's broken out between the estranged couple. Burt told the National Enquirer he's had a 2-year affair with Florida cocktail waitress Pam Seals. Then a distressed Lonnie told TV Guide she knew nothing about the affair. Now Burt claims he and Seals are not exactly headed for the altar.
I am in like with her, and I think I love her, but as to whether we are going to get married and whether we are going to be together for the rest of our lives, I'm not going to make any predictions about that.
Burt also accuses Lonnie of ruining their agreement for an amicable divorce by talking to columnists Army Archerd and Liz Smith. But Smith told us, quote, he's wrong, and I've said so in my column. And Archerd also says Burt doesn't have his facts straight.
Lonnie returned my call. She did not initiate the call. She called me, and I asked her the questions which I ran in my column, the first one to speak to her.
Burt says Lonnie is asking for $13 million. He says she can have that and everything else he owns if he could get custody of their son, Quentin. Lonnie, meantime, told Entertainment Tonight she is not going to engage in a media war, and quoting here, I have to consider the welfare and best interests of my little boy.
Well, according to the gossip columns, according to the supermarket tabloids, and according to magazine cover stories, the next big celebrity wedding to come is John F. Kennedy Jr. and actress Daryl Hannah.
Camelot! Camelot!
Since he was making his first tentative steps underfoot in the Kennedy White House, John F. Kennedy Jr. has rarely been out of the public eye. Often called America's most eligible bachelor and the sexiest man alive, it appears that his heart has finally been captured by one Daryl Christine Hannah. Well, just who is this statuesque movie star really? A look at Daryl's past reveals some clues as to how she might have won over Mr. Kennedy. Like Kennedy, she grew up amidst wealth and privilege, growing up in Chicago in this huge duplex penthouse apartment. Daryl was raised in the family of real estate tycoon Gerald Wexler, in a setting similar to John Jr., says Chicago Society columnist Ann Gerber.
The Wexlers and the Kennedys aren't really that different. They are both very private people, both sports-loving, both wanted a lot of education for their children.
Like Kennedy, Daryl got a private school education, hers at the exclusive Francis Parker School in Chicago. Serving with her on the school's social committee was Orrin Whiting.
I just do remember her being a free spirit and having a lot of fun and not letting too much get to her or worry about it.
Of course, public service has always been a Kennedy family trademark, and that's been of interest to Daryl as well. For 10 years, she's been an active member of the human rights group Amnesty International. Jack Healy is that group's director.
I think she is, in toto, a great human being, and I think she'd be a great match for anybody, whoever it may be.
Of course, Daryl's made her major mark in motion pictures. One of her first films, Splash, was directed by Ron Howard, who back then was singing her praises.
She's very sophisticated on one level,
other level, she's still very childlike.
In 1990, Dudley Moore was her co-star in the film Crazy People, and at the time, he was very impressed with her.
Darryl is an extraordinarily professional actress, to the point where she was even telling me when I was missing words, and I'll kill her for that.
Now that Daryl and John are an item, they often return to Daryl's hometown Chicago and frequent this pancake house near where Daryl's mom lives. And it's pretty obvious that their romance is just fine with the restaurant's manager, Lisa LaRoche.
I think they make a great couple. It's nice to have them coming here. They're very nice people. They always tip great.
Nobody is saying for sure. It's all unofficial, but the guessing is that the wedding will take place on or before the 11th of September.
Pop star Michael Jackson kicked off his 1994 Dangerous World Tour today in Bangkok, Thailand, while facing possible legal problems at home. And here is the lowdown. Responding to news stories that Michael Jackson is under investigation by Los Angeles police, Jackson's attorney Howard Weitzman read a statement from the singer at a press conference today.
I am confident the department will conduct a fair and thorough investigation and that its results will demonstrate that there was no wrongdoing on my part.
Allegations of child abuse reportedly led police to search Jackson's Los Angeles condo and Santa Ynez Ranch. Meanwhile, in Thailand, Michael's concert promoter has been quoted as saying Michael is cooperating with the investigation and his Thailand tour will not be affected. The concert backer says big stars like Michael Jackson are always vulnerable to people trying to extort money from them.
Those rip-roaring Jurassic Park dinosaurs have raked in more than $500 million at the box office worldwide. And the lowdown is, come Halloween, costumes based on the dangerous dinos will also be a hot item. But they'll face competition from that lovable dino Barney, who's pushing his own purple costume. Then there are the Coneheads. They'll also be invading the Halloween market in mass quantities, says Suzanne Eaton, president of Cesar Mask Makers.
It will be one of the hot Halloween outfits this year. I would say it will be in the top 3.
That cool cat, the Pink Panther, is about to make a comeback with a new cartoon show and a new movie starring Italian comedian Roberto Benigni.
I'm very, very proud to be the illegitimate son of my father.
The Pink Panther strikes again. That's coming up later.
To celebrate Buick's 90th anniversary, we proudly introduce the 90th anniversary LeSabre. LeSabre has a proven reputation for quality and the highest projected resale value in its class. Now, you get all this Buick quality, comfort, and elegance at a special anniversary price. The 90th anniversary Buick LeSabre. Quality its competition just can't hold a candle to.
Next on ET, forget the telephoto lens. We'll put you so close to Mel Gibson you can almost touch him.
Chili, fries, coffee.
You better add on some Tums.
On the house.
Except these aren't Tums.
Same thing.
You got them all mixed up.
I told you they're all the same.
Listen to me. Tums has calcium. Is this calcium? No. It uses aluminum and magnesium. So does this. This here, Original Rolaids, uses an aluminum salt. The only one of these that helps wipe out heartburn and gives you calcium you need is Tums.
Something my body needs anyway. I like that.
Insist on calcium-rich Tums.
Where caring careers begin.
Apollo College offers the training you need for a career in healthcare.
Something to take pride in.
If you've always wanted a career in a caring profession, your choices and opportunities have never been better. That's why Apollo College urges you to explore all the options that our diploma programs offer you. Apollo College is where caring careers begin. Rewarding careers with real opportunity. Call 1-800-36-TRAIN. 1-800-36-TRAIN. Apollo College.
Why is Tux Medicated Pads the brand of hemorrhoid relief hospitals trust most? Because when hemorrhoids flare up, Tux provides soothing, cooling relief on contact. Tux, the brand hospitals trust most.
Until my allergist told me. I never knew what a histamine blocker was.
When allergens attack, Benadryl blocks the histamine in your body from triggering reactions like sneezing. The histamine blocker Benadryl. Powerful protection from Parke-Davis.
In Hollywood, you can be a star today and gone tomorrow. But at Mann's Chinese Theater, the real legends are cast in stone. When Mel Gibson got his hands dirty, the fans strained for a look, the paparazzi fought for a good shot, but we are going to take you inside the ropes as Mel makes a lasting impression.
We want to see Mel Gibson.
They had come all the way from Spain, and when they got to Hollywood, they were joined by thousands of movie fans, hundreds of cameras and photographers, and a gob of wet cement. it was their man's turn to immortalize his hands and feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mel Gibson!
Of the thousands and thousands more who have come to Hollywood seeking fame and fortune, only 158 have been invited to sign their name and put their handprints in the courtyard of the famous Chinese theater.
How you doing?
With the cement already beginning to dry and the world press screaming for attention, super-duper mega movie star Mel Gibson knelt down and used a special autograph pen to sign love and thanks and his name. But he saved his best moment for the handprints which went down in history with a mighty push-up.
Oh, he did it!
Mel, who ate a dog biscuit in Lethal Weapon 3, tried a morsel of the fresh cement and then sank his boots into the goo. He was obviously enjoying the experience.
I was once offered the opportunity to have my feet put in cement years ago, but the crowd wasn't nearly so friendly. And to every one of you standing here, every man, woman, and child, I owe you a debt of gratitude for your support.
Mel Gibson is hoping for a lot of support for his new film, The Man Without a Face, which he starred in and directed. The film opens at the same movie house where he put down his hand and footprints. And when it was declared Mel Gibson Day in Hollywood, he went for a brief walkabout, much to the delight of the crowd.
Well, I think I said it to him, was just thanks for coming, you know, and I owe him a debt. And hopefully I'll be able to continue to pay it the way I know.
But would he chance coming back to see his own hands and feet?
Well, I might wander by here one time, if I have occasion.
The Man Without a Face opens around the country tomorrow.
On TV, Bronson Pinchot and Mark Lynn Baker were perfect strangers, but off-screen they were pals. Now both are working on another set together on opposite sides of the camera.
You know, a real man could make an honest woman out of you. In fact, he could make several honest women.
Bronson Pinchot plays Larry, a guy who shows up after being missing for 10 years. He moves in with his ex-wife and her new husband, played by Shanna Reed and Perry King. And along the way, he also falls for Courtney Cox. Bronson says the series has it all.
Trust me. It's got humor.
Put up your dukes.
Those look more like Patty Dukes. It's got sex.
I've been looking for love in all the wrong places.
It's got physicality.
Wow!
Of course, Bronson is best known for playing Balky for 6 years on the hit series Perfect Strangers with Mark Lynn Baker. The two were reunited when Mark directed an episode of the new show.
Yeah, I'll come out and take
a stop. You're going to get that thing.
As Bronson will tell you, I spent most of the years of Perfect Strangers telling him what to do anyway. So now I'm actually getting paid for it. So it's worked out.
The second reset and action.
He comes in, it's like, I'm directing this. Bronson, I don't want you standing there. You're going to ruin the shot. Move over there, get off the phone, go for it. And I knew he'd be like that. There wasn't even 1 second where he came in and was kind of trying to figure himself out. He just had it nailed right away.
We'll rehearse this when we have the stuntmen. Tomorrow, magic will happen here, and we'll capture it all on film.
These two have been good friends for years, which was evident in our interview with Mark.
The cliche that we can never be apart is not true. Can I just say that one thing? I hate cliches. I loathe them. I won't have them. The cliche that we cannot be apart isn't true, is it?
The wonderful thing is
that I live in your beard.
We're still very separate people, but close. Close.
Mark?
Yes.
Can I live in your beard along with the other organisms?
Bronson will also put on disguises for some extra work in his series. In upcoming episodes, he'll play a lump of mold in a dream sequence and a woman in a cowboy bar. The Trouble with Larry debuts tomorrow night on CBS.
CBS also has tall hopes for a new series about a family learning to cope with two teenage boys with big dreams. One wants to shoot hoops, the other shoots anything that's in front of his home video camera in tonight's coming attractions. Kenny Blank is the up-and-coming movie maker who enjoys teasing his basketball jock big brother. The story finds Terrence Dashon Howard late with his homework, facing the wrath of mom Anna Maria Horsford and dad George Wallace.
Dad! I can't help you. The love puppy's in the doghouse.
Wallace is a stand-up comic making his network TV series debut.
People ask me already if this show goes, am I going to change? Hell yeah, I'm going to change. Change my address, change my telephone number, change my friends, changing everything.
Tall Hopes premieres tomorrow on CBS. Filmmaker Jonathan Demme, who won an Oscar for directing Silence of the Lambs, has made a very personal PBS home movie about his second cousin, an Episcopal minister in Harlem. Demme hadn't seen Robert Castle in almost 40 years.
One day I came in and turned on my answering thing, and there was this voice saying,
Cousin Bobby.
Castle has been an activist for everything from a drug-free community to better road repair. Cousin Bobby airs on the Point of View series tonight on PBS. And Architectural Digest brings readers into the elegant Los Angeles home of singer Natalie Cole. Editor-in-chief Paige Rents admits one of the pictures is her all-time favorite celebrity photograph.
I think the portrait of Natalie throwing the apple into the air in front of her father's photograph is perhaps the best celebrity photograph we've ever presented to our readers.
Architectural Digest is on newsstands now.
Ah! That felt good.
He stumbles, bumbles, and mumbles like Clouseau. So who is this guy who's trying to be the son of the Pink Panther?
Capture the moment for 6 days beginning August 24th through 29th at Lancaster Mall. Join the professional photographers of Oregon as they show their finest work in high school graduation photography. Stop by the activity booth and enter to win tickets to the OSU-Arizona football game. See why Oregon State University is Oregon's best educational value. Join Z100 Saturday, August 28th for great prizes and your Student with Style discount card at Lancaster Mall.
Okay, moms, kids and back to school. Now, for extra credit, who can tell me what is the common theme in these clothes from Mervyn's?
Well, Levi's, Bongo, Lee, Union Bay, Michael G. They're all brands kids love.
True. And what else?
They're all part of the sale.
The sale that is...
This week only.
Excellent. This week, Mervyn's entire stock of kids' clothes and shoes is on sale. You're late. I have a note from my son.
The most important part of being a cure master is knowing your salami, knowing it's got the right aroma. The spices are tangy flavor. These are our spices. They're a secret. Here at Gallo Salami, we monitor our Italian dry salami 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I just about sleep with salami. Boy, that's got a great flavor. They're really going to enjoy this salami. Salami's been my life for the last 39 years. I am a salami. That's why they call me the Cure Master.
Hi, I'm Jim Palmer for The Money Store. Even if your credit is less than perfect, you can still refinance your first mortgage at today's low fixed rates. That's because The Money Store looks at your total credit picture and won't automatically disqualify you for late payments. At The Money Store, you can apply by phone and there's no application fee. So if you want to refinance at today's low rates, even if your credit isn't perfect, call 1-800-LOAN-YES. The Money Store, where America goes for money.
The comic caper cat, the Pink Panther, is on the case again in a new movie. This time there's a new Inspector Clouseau, and of course he still doesn't have a clue. It's in his jeans. It's been 30 years since the world was first introduced to a bumbling, butterfingered, and ultimately beloved detective named
Inspector Clouseau?
His first on-screen mission to protect a precious gem known as the Pink Panther. But through this and 5 sequels, the film star Peter Sellers also took on the case of raising physical comedy to new heights. Sellers became synonymous with the Pink Panther, as did the director of all the Pink Panther films, Blake Edwards, who says the secret of his success was his star.
Had a lot to do with Sellers, because he was so crazy and so funny. When I laughed with Sellers, why, it could be for days.
But now, 13 years after Sellers' death, Edwards is hoping to rekindle Panther mania with his latest movie, Son of the Pink Panther. Italian comedian Roberto Benigni steps in to Sellers' shoes as Clouseau's illegitimate son, a bumbling detective who has inherited his father's clumsy qualities.
Ah! That felt good.
Everybody knows Pink Panther in Europe, yes, like in the United States. So I'm very, very proud to be the illegitimate son of my father.
Helping Benigni bring the Panther back to life are some of the film's original co-stars, including Burt Kwok as Kato, houseboy and sparring partner to 2 generations of Clouseaus.
Say that your father would have been dead many times if it weren't for my surprise attacks.
Can't you folks get off of me, will you?
Also returning is Herbert Lom, who says fans everywhere still remember him as Clouseau's arch nemesis, Commissioner Dreyfus.
My sort of twitch that
we invented many, many years ago, is very popular. When I go to Africa, they point at me, they don't know my name, but they start going like this.
Need more proof that the Panther is still in the pink? How about a brand new version of the feline's favorite theme by Bobby McFerrin? Everyone's favorite cartoon cat will also be making an appearance in Son of the Pink Panther, as well as starring in his own fall cartoon series. And this time, the notoriously quiet cat speaks his mind for the first time.
Did you say treasure?
As if all this attention weren't enough, the Panther recently celebrated his 30th birthday in style, serenaded at the Hollywood Bowl by Pink Panther composer Henry Mancini. Mancini says this new wave of Panther mania is perfectly timed.
It's one of those phenomena that happen in America, or any place in the world. You get an image, you get a sound that goes with it, and if they go together, you got something.
I've never said this to him, but Henry Mancini looks a little like the Pink Panther.
Well, you know, they say that you start to look like your pets after a while. Maybe that has to do with it.
It's definitely his pet. Blake Edwards says there is so much life left in the Pink Panther, he is considering a musical stage production to be based on the second Pink Panther movie, A Shot in the Dark.
When Son of Pink Panther opens on Friday, it will be the launch of movie number 50 for director Blake Edwards. That brought out the stars for a bubbly salute in New York. With his pink pal by his side, Blake Edwards was honored by the Museum of Modern Art. Attending the tribute were Claudia Cardinale from the first Pink Panther movie and Robert Benigni, star of the new film. Blake says his long career is something that just happened.
I don't think I'd thought about it. I was just having a good time.
In Aspen, Colorado, golf enthusiasts Robert Wagner, Andy Mill, NBA great David Robinson, and rock musician Glenn Frey with daughter Taylor teed up for the Danny Sullivan Charity Golf Classic. Sullivan says it was a high time.
Well, we love the altitude because the ball goes so far, and if we get a little bit of wind up, which we've had today, that helps too, but it's just been super.
And at Redfish Lake in Idaho, Jamie Lee Curtis did her part for the environment, releasing some endangered sockeye salmon into the lake. Jamie hopes the fish will return to the spot to spawn.
It's a natural migration. I want my daughter, who's 6.5 years old, to be able to come up and see the salmon run. That is her right as an American. It's her right as a human being.
And model Jill Goodacre is making wedding plans and more with longtime beau Harry Connick Jr. In the new issue of Fitness magazine, she reveals that they are planning to marry before March, and she wants children soon after that. With her career and his as a singer and actor, they've been called the world's most photogenic couple. Jill just calls her guy Harry, quote, probably the classiest guy I ever met in my life.
Be ready to become a travel professional in just 7 months. Call Delta College now. Financial aid is available if you qualify and will even help you find a job after you graduate. Call us and find out how you can receive a computer as a Delta graduate. Call now in Portland at 223-1243 and Salem 371-2003. That's Portland 223-1243 and Salem 371-2003.
Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus is celebrating 200 years of circus in America at Memorial Coliseum, September 22nd through 26th. Coin TV is pleased to provide 2,000 tickets for the Friday, September 24th, 3:30 performance of the greatest show on earth for children of all ages who otherwise would not be able to attend. Please send your nonprofit organization's request for tickets on official letterhead to 4326 Southeast Woodstock Boulevard, Box 522, Portland, Oregon, 97206. Don't miss the greatest show on earth.
There's a big difference between this and this.
Looks like it came off a breast instead of all these little round circles.
Big difference.
It's great.
New Lewis Rich Carving Board Turkey.
Carving board?
Delicious. Perfect sandwich.
Nice and moist.
Like sliced off the turkey. It reminds me of the way I carve a turkey.
Tastes like I just baked it.
Louis Rich.
Makes a great turkey breast, doesn't he?
New Lewis Rich Carving Board Turkey and Carving Board Ham.
I wouldn't go back to that other kind of cold cut.
Switch to Rich. Lewis Rich. Carving Board.
I'll take it.
I learned the latest computer-aided drafting skills at ITT Technical Institute. And I earned my associate degree in less time than it takes to finish college. In drafting, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And the shortest distance between high school and a drafting career is ITT Tech.
Call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0088 for this informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0088. Oregon products mean quality and jobs. Oregon hazelnut bread represents 400 direct and indirect jobs, purchases hazelnuts from local farmers and processors, and produces 2.5 million loaves of bread a year. If you don't find Oregon hazelnut bread where you shop, ask the store manager to support Oregon products and jobs. Send a postcard for nearby stores that carry the product. You'll also receive coupons for Oregon products. Shop at the stores that support Oregon products and jobs.
Production assistance furnished by GM MasterCard. The easiest way to a new GM car or truck is through your wallet. Apply now for the GM card. Earn 5% on every purchase with the GM card and pay no annual fee.
Celebrating a birthday this Tuesday, August 24th. Actress Marlee Matlin is 28. Actor Steve Guttenberg is 35. Actor Joe Rigobuto is 44. And announcer Dennis James is 76. The Tonight Show is based in beautiful downtown Burbank, as all the world knows. But to gear up for all the fall late-night competition, Jay Leno hit the Big Apple.
Hey, what's happening?
Your biggest fan, physically,
see that?
and
One of
emotionally.
my biggest
This
fans.
man is a legend.
What's it like when Jay Leno walks the streets of New York City?
Hi, you guys.
We know you.
We'll go along as Jay meets his fans, gets hungry,
Looking for just that perfect slice. Excuse me, miss.
and tries to bribe some CBS workers for the scoop on David Letterman's new show at CBS.
How is the set coming over there?
See Jay take New York tomorrow on Entertainment Tonight.
You gonna pick a winner here? Leno, Chase, Letterman?
I won't pick
Careful.
on TV. That's
Careful. We're closing out today with...
Come on down and save 19 to 49% at the 9 to 9 sale starting tomorrow at the Bon Marché. Ow!
What's got into that cat?
Who needs shouting when you can get a great deal on a Mazda MPV? After 4 years, MPV has better resale value than any other minivan. And now during Mazda Simple Summer Savings Days, it's a great time to buy. So hurry, don't let this get away.
See your Northwest Mazda dealer now.